All right, we are on checkpoint 4, which you're going to need to be finishing up. To get to there, you can scroll down to checkpoint 4. Before actually going in and looking at the checkpoint, you should have gone through documents A and B from our document set. We did those last week in class, looking at the status, rights, and equality of Black people during the time of the Constitution. So document A, you were supposed to highlight while listening to the video of the document and going through it on our Pear Deck lesson. And this one was focused on how the Constitution dealt with issues of slavery during the time period. And then scrolling down to document B, this dealt with Black people that were free during this time and what life was like, and mostly looking at their lives in Pennsylvania, since it was one of the larger free Black communities, and how things changed for them as laws were changing. There is a third one down here that we didn't go over just due to time and because it was something that was somewhat already covered. But this goes into specifically some of the discussions and things that happened at the Constitutional Convention as they were trying to balance the needs of different groups, mainly the North and the South, and the representation within Congress, and how that led to things like the 3/5 compromise. So you have the option of also reading through and including that. Also here, lessons to, or links to the Pear Deck lessons that we went through that have the videos in them. You can go depending on what period you were in. And then since the video links didn't work in document B, there's the link here from the Screencastify that you can use. Checkpoint 4 itself, as you go through, on checkpoint 2, you found the quotes. On checkpoint 3, you did your main claim and subclaims. Checkpoint 4, now you're combining both of those skills. And we're looking at how should we interpret the rights and status of Black people at the time of the Constitution's creation. So this is just the question. Down here, you're answering the question and introducing your subclaims. I recommend, though, that you work backwards. You know what the question is. So as you're going through the sources, the two different documents, look for quotes you can pull that kind of have a theme around them or an idea that you could use as a statement. Once you found some of those, put the quotes in and then figure out what are those quotes actually telling you? What statement can you make based on those quotes? So that would be your subclaim, the statement you can make. And then the quotes defend that claim. And then once you have 3 of those, you can make a main claim that introduces how they answer that question and kind of how they relate to each other. So working backwards there. So that way you're really basing yours on evidence and not trying to find an idea and then look for evidence to fit your idea. Use the evidence to come up with your ideas. It's the difference between what's called inductive and deductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning, you already have an idea and you look for evidence to support it. Deductive means you look at the evidence and that's where you get your ideas from, which is more what we want when we look at trying to get true discovery. All right, so once you have done that, these are the 2 areas that you should be getting feedback on. We are getting very close. We have one more area to look at after this. And then you'll be turning in your final product, which I'm going to modify some just because of time availability. But do your best work and submit it as soon as you can. If you have any questions, let me know.